welcome back to Growing Craft Friends. This is Sonia here. Thank you so much for joining in, and this video is something really super exciting for me because for the first time I tried making slimline card. Okay, but before this, please do subscribe to my channel and do check our website growingcraft.com. And here we have taken up a cardstock. It's a black color cardstock and the size is 12 inches by 6 inches. Do not worry about the measurements. I'm going to put everything in the video description box. You can check that. But wherever possible, I'll keep on telling you the measurements. I have scored at the margins of 1 3/4 inches for 4 times, and then I have just made a margin of 1/2 inch, that is approximately 1 centimeter you can take. This is just for attaching the box. Now, what is slimline cards? Slimline cards are the very narrow cards what you make. It has a great length and you can just try out experimenting with it and they look absolutely amazing. Now, this is the first time box card I'm making, so I'm super excited about it. So I have just sticked the half part of the 1/2 inch part of the box, and it's a proper square rectangle shape now. So now here I'm going to trim my pattern paper. Of course, we are going to use a lot of pattern paper. All the supplies linked from the trimmers to scissors to everything, I'm mentioning that in the video description box. You can find all the links there. Now, to stick this, I'm going to use a liquid adhesive. You can use your tacky tapes, you can use any of your adhesives, but few of the adhesives which I really like, I have mentioned in the video description box. You can check those too. Now, I'm going to stick my pattern paper on all the 4 sides. Now, this is actually in a theme of a baby and a pregnancy. So, there's nothing specific. You can use this card for both the occasions. So, I just wanted to play around with a lot of generic colors so that I do not like signify the boy or a girl or just a pregnancy or a newborn, so that this is a versatile gifting card what I can create, and this is how you guys can also create such beautiful cards and tags, and they are really amazing. Now, with my bone folder, I'm just pressing everything. Once that is done, I'm going to put out my strips. Now, this is super cool thing what you can do with your pop-up cards. Now, here I'm just cutting down the strips, and there is no particular sizes here I have taken. So the bottom line is you need to know the center part of your box card. If you don't want to use your measurements, just you can put it around like this and fold it, and ta-da, you got the measurements. So every time you really don't have to take out your scales, your trimmers, or your scoring board or anything. With your hands, quickly you can make your cards, and it is a super easy way of making them. Of course, I do use my scoring tools. I absolutely love them, but yeah, many a times when I want to do something really quickly, I try these techniques. Now, there are some of the fussy cut work which I have already done, and they are one of the beautiful cuts which I have prepared that you will be seeing now. Now, for sticking here, I have used my glue gun. Also, these are from Massive Store. I'll mention their link in the video description box. You can buy it from the store. Now, I'm going to have good 3-4 layers. Now, how much detailing you want to add, it depends on that. So, you can use your layering according to that. If you want to have a minimal effect of like 3D work, then you can just need 1 or 2 layers. Like here, I wanted to add more, so I have 3-4 layers. So, you can just plan it out accordingly. Now, whenever you are doing this, please do make sure that you use a good quality supply, because a lot of effort we put in adding our elements and making a card and creating a beautiful piece of art. So I always feel that we should add good quality supply so that they last long, and to whomsoever you are gifting, they can use it for a longer time. Now, here I am using my all the fussy cut. I am thinking of doing a video on how to do your fussy cutting work. I know a lot of you have been asking me, how do I do my fussy cut? How do they look for perfect? So just let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to make a video on fussy cut so that I can plan it out, because it is going to be a really exciting video. So I'll have to work a lot on that. Now, here I am sticking my embellishments, the fussy cut ones. So in this project, actually I am using very less supplies. So it is just the cardstock, pattern paper, fussy cut, mixed media fibers, and that's it. So of course, adhesive and the season, all those things are extra, but more or less you need only these basic supplies to create this beautiful artwork, this beautiful card. Now here I am going to add my mixed media fibers. These are a must for every mixed media and decoupage artist. I have been using these for years now, and they are just amazing, 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 amazing. They add a lot of drama, and of course at the end of the video you will see a lot of pictures of this project, and you will see how beautifully they have turned out. So with my glue gun, I'm just sticking this, and with the help of my scissor, I am just trying to stick it really well. Now when your heat gun, like your glue gun is hot, do not press or fold your cards. But once you feel that yes, it has dried out, you can just stick it and press it, and it is going to work out well. Now as it's a 3D card, it has a lot of dimensions and sizes. So yeah, of course we all need to make sure that there are okay. So we all need to make sure that we add a lot of drama to this, and for adding the dramas, I always make sure that I add a lot of elements, and here what I'm using are my fussy cuts. So once I'm done with this, I just realized that I should add something beneath the base. So I have just cut this beautiful bouquet. I know it was like I was in two minds whether to cut it or not, but then when I did it, I really liked how it has turned out. So this is one of the bouquets what I have cut, and then I realized I need to do one more fussy cut. So this is a very quick fussy cut I did while making this card. So how do I store my fussy cuts? I always cut them and store in a nice packaging plastics, and I keep them very, very safely. Whenever I'm free, I do a lot of fussy cutting work. I absolutely love it, and whenever I'm making card, it becomes super easy for me to plan out. Like I don't have to spend too much time on cutting, because everything is like fussy cut has been prepared, keep very safely on my stack, so it is easier for me. So yes, once I am done with my fussy cutting work, we are going to repeat the same process of cutting the bouquet. I know it is so heart-wrenching to cut something so cute and so beautiful, but the way it has turned out in my card, I absolutely loved it, and a pat on my back for this one. So like I said, here I am going to use my glue gun to add a little more drama. If you guys want a little more of a flattened surface, you guys can have your any of your liquid adhesive. Cutting out all the excessive parts, and yes, once this is done, it's time to add a little more embellishments, like the little more fussy cut, and just to add, like pop them out a little more, I'm using my paper cutouts. You can use any of the OHP sheets or something, but I just felt that I really don't need to add one more supply here. Even with my black color same like leftover cardstock, I can do that. So again, I'm just going to stick it with my glue gun. So like I said, you can choose the adhesive as per your convenience, but I really like using my glue gun, and this particular size helps me a lot with creating the small projects. And yes, the amount of glue what comes out with this one is really amazing, so it is super easy for me to do. So here is a quick fussy cutting work. So this is a cute little rabbit which I thought I should add. So I'm just doing the half fussy cutting work with this one, because I did not have to stick the complete thing. So yes, of course, it's not that you will never ever have to do the fussy cutting work while making your projects. You will have to do it, but yeah, doing a fussy cutting in advance really helps and saves a lot of time. And ta-da, this is ready. Now for the envelope, I am going to take a peppy green color. I am mentioning all the dimensions of video description box for the scoring and the cutting, so you can check that. Otherwise, I'll also share some of the links from where you can check how I have made these envelopes. I have done tons of videos on box cards, box envelopes, pop-up cards. So you can scroll down to my channel and you will see me doing a lot of paper crafting, decoupage, mixed media art. So I'm an artist who loves doing everything, trying out my hands on resin, alcohol ink, and I absolutely love doing art and craft. So here, once my envelope is ready, a quick corner punch just to save the edges of my envelope, and yeah, this looks great, and I really like this color. It goes with my envelope or my card really well. And yes, now it's time to add a beautiful pattern paper on the top of it. So I'm like going with the flow. I'm taking the same pattern paper as what I have used on my card. If you want to go for something contrast, you can definitely try this out. Here in this project, I want to try out a contrast envelope because in my card I have used only the pinks and blues, so I just wanted to add a little more drama. Now for this envelope I wanted to make a nice slider lock. So here I have taken a black color cardstock of 1 inch. You can just decide the broad like the broader band you want. You can make it accordingly. Now actually I was running out of pattern paper, so I like the same design and I did not want to add too much of strips to just one band. So I'm just going to use my pattern paper on the front, but if you guys have a little more of pattern paper saved of your the same theme, I would suggest you to go for the complete wrap up around the band. That looks really good. Even this was also really good, but that would look a little more better. Now adding up my strip to my band, and yes, band is something which should be a little more highlighted because it is a band, it is a lock, and that is something which is really catchy. And secondly, we are not doing anything on the envelope except the massive stamping, so yes, so we need to decorate it. Now whenever I'm using my glue gun, I do make sure that I add a lot of dimensions. This is super easy, this is super quick. Just add a lot of glue gun and stick it really well. And yes, while doing this, please do make sure that you do not stick your band or your embellishments, anything to the envelope base, because it should slide down smoothly. So you just need to take care of that. Now, if you are someone who loves making cards and scrapbooks and albums and envelopes, I would really suggest try out your hands on these mixed media fibers. I have already mentioned the link in the video description box from where to buy it. They add a lot of drama. Like you will see, like I said, at the end I'm posting all the pictures so you can check that, and they look absolutely amazing. So here I am just adding the fibers and the fussy cut. So like I said, in this project I'm not adding too much of supply so that it's easier for you guys to make it. Now it's time for my massive stamping, and very quickly I'm doing a tinge of script stamping and then I will be adding the checkered stamp. So yes, I should have done this step earlier, but no worries, I just did not want to highlight my stamping more, so this is worked out for me now. So tada, my envelope box slimline card is ready. The lock is looking absolutely amazing, beautiful, and my card, oh my god, I absolutely loved it. I really hope that you guys also enjoyed this video. Just in case if you guys have any query, feel free to comment below. I will be more than happy to help you all, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel, friends. Thank you, take care, bye bye.